Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we're here for Game 3 in Los Angeles between the Cubs and Dodgers. The first two games have been split between these two teams. Cubs looking to try to take the advantage in the series with a win against the Dodgers today. For today's game, we are going to see Lance McCullers on the mound for the Cubs. He's making start number 17 with a 9-2 record. He has a 3.21 ERA and a 1.26 WHIP. The Cubs lineup today will be Hoerner, Rizzo, Correa, Harper, Springer, Bryant, Santana, Amaya, and McCullers batting ninth. For the Dodgers, Alex Wood will be on the mound. He's making start number 15 with a 6-3 record. He has a 3.12 ERA and a 1.13 WHIP. The Dodgers lineup will be Betts, Seager, Bellinger, Lux, Peterson, Smith, Gyorko, Beatty, and Wood batting ninth. It is another beautiful day, 61 degrees here in Los Angeles with a capacity crowd and the wind blowing out to right at 9 mph. And the Dodgers are coming out to take the field against the Cubs. This is a potential playoff preview between these two teams, respectively, each leading their own division. The Cubs trailing the Dodgers overall in the standings for the best record in the National League. However, working to try to make some ground up on that stand today, Nico Hoerner standing in against Alex Wood, and he is going to lead off the game for the Cubs. Hoerner waiting, standing in the right-handed batter's box, the lefty Wood looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. Grounder towards short, picked up, thrown over to first, and that's out number one. Rizzo now the batter, one out, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count to Anthony Rizzo, and he waves and misses for strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Alex Wood, bringing up Carlos Correa. 2 outs and nobody on. Wood working with a 3-ball count. Here's the pitch to Correa, and that is low. It is ball 4. So Correa draws the 2-out walk, which brings up Bryce Harper. 2 outs, 1 man on. Harper waiting for the full count pitch, and he drives it into center field. The center fielder's going back, and that is over the wall. No, it's caught. I'm sorry, he jumped up and caught it. Oh man, Cody Bellinger jumped up and brought that one back from over the wall. So the Cubs do not score. They strand one. We're going to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Mookie Betts leading off against McCullers here in the bottom of the first. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Betts. McCullers with the delivery. And a pop-up to center. This is going to be routine. Springer taking a few steps back toward the warning track and making the catch for out number 1. Corey Seager now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. McCullers looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's out number 2. McCullers now has 100 strikeouts on the season. That'll bring up Cody Bellinger. 2 outs and nobody is on. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Bellinger grounds it up the middle. Charging is Correa, but he has no play. Once that ball got past the mound, it was going to be a tough play, and Correa hangs on to it as Bellinger gets an infield single. Now Gavin Lux is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Full count pitch to Gavin Lux, and that is outside for ball 4. So suddenly, the Dodgers have 2 men on with 2 outs, and Jock Peterson is the next batter. Peterson with 24 home runs in the season, facing McCullers. First pitch, 2 men are on base, bottom of the first inning. Driven to left, that's going to be trouble. It's getting down into the corner, and that is going to clear the wall for a 3-run homer. Man, how different would this inning have been if McCullers has gotten a glove on that ground ball with 2 outs. 372 feet down the left field line. Home run number 25 for Jock Peterson, and the Dodgers now have a 3-run lead. Will Smith is the next batter. 2 outs and nobody on. 2 strikes is the count. McCullers buckles down and delivers the pitch for the strikeout to end the inning. So the Dodgers score 3 times, taking a 3-0 lead into the top of the second inning. George Springer now facing Alex Wood in the top of the second. Full count to Springer. Here's the pitch. Grounded past the third baseman down the left field line. Springer going for extra bases. He rounds first, heading for second, and he is going to slide in with a leadoff double here in the top of the second inning. So the Cubs, not going quietly into the night, are trying to mount a rally here in the second inning. Chris Bryant now the batter with a 1-2 count, and Bryant grounds it to short. They look the runner back and throw over to first for the first out of the inning. Next up, Danny Santana, 1 out, 1 man on. Wood facing Santana, first pitch, and he pops it up into short left field. Going back is the shortstop. Oh, and he drops it. The shortstop drops it. He was twisting and lost track of it, and now Seager committing his 8th error of the season at shortstop. The Cubs have first and third with 1 out, and Miguel Amaya is the batter. He is going to face Alex Wood with the Cubs down by 3 here in the top of the second inning. 1 out, runners on the corners. First pitch, and he pops it up to right. Shallow coming in as the right fielder. He makes the play. The throw comes home. The runner comes home, and he is out. So a fly out and a throw to home for a double play, and the Cubs do not score. We're going down to the bottom of the second of a 3-0 ball game. Gyorko facing McCullers here in the bottom of the second. 2-2 is the count. McCullers delivers the pitch. And a pop-up deep left center field. I think that's going to clear the wall, and the wind carries it out into the seats, as that is a 436-foot home run into left field. Gyorko now has 5 home runs on the season, and the Dodgers have a 4-0 lead. Beatty now the batter, with nobody out, nobody on. First pitch to Chris Beatty, and there's a pop-up on the infield. Coming in is Horner. He looks up and makes the play for out number 1. Alex Wood now batting with 2 outs and 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working to Alex Wood. Here's the pitch. And that's a drive into left field. That's over the left fielder's head. 1 hop to the wall. Alex Wood is going to have extra bases as he cruises into second with a stand-up double. And McCullers struggling here in the second inning as Mookie Betts now comes back up for the Dodgers. 4 runs have scored in this game, all on the Dodgers side of the ledger. There's a runner on second and 1 out. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. And there's a drive into the gap in left center field. That's going to be another base hit. Alex Wood going to round third, come home to score. An RBI double for Mookie Betts, and this is now a 5-0 ball game. And now we see Corey Seager coming up to bat with 1 out, 1 man on. Bottom of the second inning. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up to deep left field, going back, and that is going to be in the bullpen for another home run. The Dodgers are just crushing here with 4 runs in the second inning, taking a 7-0 lead. 402 feet into the left field bullpen, and a 7-run lead for the Dodgers. Cody Bellinger now the batter. We're going to have to warm somebody up. There's really no way around it. Skubal is going to get warmed up out of the bullpen. And we're going to visit the mound and give it. He says, let me pitch. Well, why in the world would I continue to? How does that make any sense? 1 out, nobody on. 4 runs are already in. McCullers working to Bellinger with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. Driven in the air to right center field. That's going to be back-to-back home runs. Bellinger crushes it out to right center field. 435 feet, giving the Dodgers an 8-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. And now Gavin Lux comes up. With 5 runs already in this inning, McCullers working with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch. Driven to the gap in left center field. That is 3 consecutive home runs. Back to back to back for the Dodgers. That one was 445 feet out to left center field, and it's a 9-0 lead. And the Dodgers have pulled out the whooping stick today. So now, Tariq Skubal is ready to come in, and he is going to face the lefty Jock Peterson because we just can't leave McCullers out here any longer. I don't know what's going on. This is like pitching at Wrigley with the wind blowing out. This is ridiculous. McCullers has only recorded 4 outs and allowed 9 runs to score in this ball game. Skubal is actually we're going to do a double switch. And we're going to bring Ramos in to catch. Skubal is going to come in and pitch. And Ramos is going to catch and bat ninth. So Skubal comes in. There are already 6 runs have scored this inning. There's 1 out and nobody on. Peterson is the batter for the Dodgers. Here's a 2-ball count. Skubal looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. And there's a drive to deep right field. I don't think it matters who's on the mound. That is a 4th consecutive home run for the Dodgers. And now this is a 10-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 389 feet to right field. And the Dodgers have just hit 4 consecutive home runs. Seager, Bellinger, Lux, and Peterson here in the 2nd inning. Skubal now facing Will Smith with 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count. And there's a pop-up to center. I think this is going to stay in the ballpark. George Springer toward the warning track will make the catch for out number 2, excuse me. Gyorko now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the first pitch to Gyorko. And he pops it up on the infield. The third baseman, Bryant, comes over. He makes the play to end the inning. So we're going to the top of the 3rd. The Dodgers are the owners of a 10-0 lead. Wilson Ramos leading off for the Cubs against Alex Wood here in the top of the 3rd. Ramos waiting for the first pitch. Alex Wood delivering. There's a ground ball to short. The throw goes over to first, and that is out number 1. Nico Hoerner now the batter with 1 out and nobody on. Hoerner waiting for the 2-1 pitch. Alex Wood delivers, and he hits him in the knee. Man, that must have just gotten away from him. That was a sinker down and in. Hit him in the knee, and that is the 5th time Nico Hoerner's been hit by a pitch. Anthony Rizzo now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Rizzo waiting for the first pitch from Alex Wood. And there's a grounder towards second. The throw goes to short. The relay to first. There's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So the Cubs send the minimum up to the plate. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd of a 10-0 ball game. Beatty now facing Skubal here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-2 is the count. Skubal delivering the pitch. There's a liner into left. Chasing is Santana. It looks like he plays it on the hop. That's going to be a base hit to lead off the inning for the Dodgers. And now the pitcher Alex Wood comes up with a runner on first, nobody out. Here is the pitch. The bunt is laid down. Why in the world? The throw goes over to first. The dude hit a double the last time up. Why are you bunting with him? With a 10-run lead. Apparently the Dodgers feel like they really need that 11th run to make sure they can secure this victory. Mookie Betts now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Full count pitch to Mookie Betts. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's 2 outs in the inning. And Corey Seager is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Here's a 1-2 count. Skubal delivers the pitch. Grounder towards short. Correa has it. He throws over to first, and that is out number 3. So the Dodgers strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 4th of a 10-0 ball game. Correa facing Wood. Here in the top of the 4th inning, 2 strikes is the count. Here's the pitch to Correa, and he swings and misses for strike 3. That sinker, when it doesn't hit the batters, it's pretty devastating. Bryce Harper now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 is the count to Bryce Harper. Here comes the pitch. That is inside for ball 4. That sinker did not hit the batter, but it does issue the walk. So now with Harper on first, George Springer comes up to the plate. He leads the Cubs with home runs and has the potential to cut the Dodgers' lead by 20% right here. Top of the 4th inning, 1 out, 1 man on. Wood working to Springer, 1 strike count. And that gets away, so the runner's going to advance down to second. Harper taking the base on the wild pitch. And now, Wood working to Springer with a 1-1 count. And there's a grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it. He throws over to first, and that is a 6-3 ground out for the 2nd out of the inning. Chris Bryant now the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Cubs need to break through, try to start a rally here in the 4th inning. Here's the 2-strike pitch, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Chris Bryant literally had a hole in his bat right there as he swung through that circle change. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still a 10-0 lead in favor of the Dodgers. Cody Bellinger leading off against Tarik Skubal here in the bottom of the fourth inning. One strike is the count. Skubal looking to deliver the pitch. And a pop-up to center. Springer coming in. He looks up and makes the play for out number one. Gavin Lux now the batter. One out, nobody on. One ball is the count. Skubal delivers. Popped up to left. Santana coming in. He gets into position and makes the play for out number two. Jock Peterson now the batter. Two outs, nobody on. Skubal working with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss for strike three. So Skubal achieved what McCullers could not. He retired 3 consecutive batters. And we go now to the top of the fifth of a 10-0 Dodger lead. Danny Santana leading off against Alex Wood in the top of the fifth. The Cubs with one base hit in the ballgame, trying to double that number. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Danny Santana, and he swings and misses for strike three. So Wood gets his 4th strikeout of the game, trying to emulate his namesake here today. Skubal now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Wood working with a 2-ball count. Here's the pitch, and Skubal grounds it over to first. Picked up and stepping on the base is the first baseman for out number 2. That's an unassisted putout, bringing up Wilson Ramos. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Lined into left field. That is going to be caught for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Dodgers retire the Cubs in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 10-0 ball game. Skubal back out for inning of work number 3. He's thrown 2. Well, this is inning of work number 4, actually. He's thrown 2 2/3 already. He's going to face Smith, Gyorko, and Beatty here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Full count. Tarik Skubal delivers the pitch. That is high for ball 4, so the leadoff walk is issued, and that means we are going to have to go to the bullpen once again. The call is going to go for Junior Fernandez. We're going to visit the mound, and Skubal now facing Gyorko with a runner on first, nobody out. 1-1 is the count. And that gets away for a wild pitch as the runner advances down to second. Skubal now facing Gyorko with a runner on second. 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And a pop-up to center. Chasing is Springer. That's going to be one hop to the wall. Springer manages to throw it back into the infield. That's an RBI double for Gyorko. And now the Dodgers have an 11-0 lead. Junior Fernandez still warming up in the bullpen. Matt Beatty is the next batter. Runner on second, nobody out. 1 strike is the count, and Skubal delivers the pitch. There's a pop-up short center field. Going back is Correa. He makes the play for out number 1. And Skubal now facing the pitcher, Alex Wood. 1 out, 1 man on. 1 strike is the count. Grounder up the middle. Pitcher has it. He throws over to first, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. So now Mookie Betts is the batter. Junior Fernandez is ready to come into this game. And he will be brought in to face Mookie Betts with 2 outs and the runner on third here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Full count. Junior Fernandez looking for the sign. And he delivers the pitch. Grounder toward third. Bryant has it. He throws to first, which ends the inning. So the Cubs do not score. The Dodgers, score 1. We go to the top of the 6th. The Cubs still have not scored, and it's an 11-0 ball game. Nico Hoerner facing Alex Wood here in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch to Nico Hoerner. There's a grounder towards short. Correa, that's not Correa, that's Seager, because this is the Dodgers playing defense with 1 out now and nobody on. Anthony Rizzo is the batter. Here comes the pitch to Anthony Rizzo. We're looking for the sign, and there it goes. And Rizzo draws the walk. So a 1-out walk puts a runner on first here in the top of the 6th inning. Carlos Correa, the next batter. Wood working with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch, and Correa lines it into center field. That is going to be a base hit. Rizzo rounding second and stopping, and the Cubs now have 2 men on with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Bryce Harper now the batter. Cubs looking to start a rally here. 1 strike is the count. Harper drives it into center. Chasing is Bellinger. He makes the play for out number 2. George Springer now batting. 2 outs, 2 men on. 2 balls is the count. Springer grounds it over to short. The throw goes to second, which retires the runner and ends the inning. The Dodgers hold the Cubs scoreless. We go to the bottom of the 6th of an 11-0 ball game. And Junior Fernandez still on the mound. Bottom of the 6th inning, 11-0 in favor of the Dodgers. Fernandez got the last out in the last half inning. 2 strikes now is the count. Fernandez delivering the pitch. And there's a liner into right. That's going to be played on the hop as Harper allows the base hit to lead off the 6th inning. Fernandez working now to Bellinger. With a full count, here comes the pitch. And that is low. It is ball 4. So now with nobody out, there's runners on first and second, and Gavin Lux is the next batter. Full count. Fernandez delivers another pitch. Grounder towards second. Horner to Correa to Rizzo, and that is a 4-6-3 double play. So now with 2 outs and a runner on third, Jock Peterson is the batter. Here's the 2-strike count, and the pitch to Peterson. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the end of that half inning. We're going to the top of the 7th of an 11-0 ball game. So the Cubs end up losing this game in an 11-3 contest. The Dodgers getting 11 runs on 12 hits with 1 error. The Cubs 3 runs on 5 hits with no errors. The Cubs' Lance McCullers drops to 9-3, suffering the loss. He threw 1 1/3 innings of 8-hit, 9-run baseball with 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and allowed 5 home runs. And his ERA jumped all the way to 4. That's almost a full run of increase in ERA in one game. Alex Wood for the Dodgers gets the win. He goes 7-3. He now has thrown 6 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. The player of the game is Jock Peterson for the Dodgers. And Peterson managed to hit 2 home runs in today's game. He went 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs, and gets to 26 home runs on the season. So the Dodgers improved to 58-19 as the Cubs dropped to 49-27. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.